Okay, so we now look at cracking. Okay, so cracking of alkanes. So remember that we are still in the alkanes, but we're almost there. So cracking is the breaking down of large hydrocarbons molecules into simpler and smaller molecules. So cracking is the breaking down of large hydrocarbons molecules into simpler and smaller molecules. Now, when you talk about cracking, you are breaking a very big hydrocarbon to form smaller hydrocarbons. Okay, so alkanes break down to produce alkenes, okay, short chain alkanes, and in some cases hydrogen gas. So what you're simply saying is when you break a very big alkane, you're going to produce the alkenes, and in some cases hydrogen gas. So today we have known that how can you produce alkenes? It is through cracking. And remember, on the alkene, make sure you pay attention and concentrate because it will hunt you when you start looking at the alkenes. So short chain alkanes and in some cases hydrogens. So when you break an alkane, what you're forming is alkanes and hydrogen gas. Please just make sure we know those things. Now we have types of cracking. Thermal cracking. So like the word thermal means heat. Okay, means what? Heat. So this is where heat is used to break down large molecule into simpler ones. This is where heat is used to break down large molecules into smaller ones. Therefore, we can now look at example. This is 4 carbon atoms. Then, since we are dealing with alkanes, this guy is going to be butane. This guy is going to be butane. Then when you break butane using heat, I'm going to use delta. If you use the heat, you're going to form this guy here, this is C2H6. This is going to be ethane. And this guy is going to be ethene. So when you break this a large hydrocarbon, you're going to form ethene and ethene. So this guy is an alkane. That's what you're saying. So that's about that. So, and if you get ethane, break it using cracking, you're going to form this one here is ethane. So if you break ethane, you're going to form ethene, and this guy here is hydrogen. You've seen that hydrogen gas has been produced here. So we first started with butane being cracked to form ethane and ethene. Then ethane is being cracked to form ethene and hydrogen gas. So now we go to catalytic cracking. This is where both heat and a catalyst are used. Both are used to break down large molecules into smaller ones. Common catalysts used include aluminium oxide and silica. You remember this term when you talk about extraction of extraction of metals, silica, we use it much so to form slag that can be used to make cement, which is of the Dangote. Now, example, we're going to have this large hydrocarbon. Okay, breaking it down, you're going to form this guy is ethene. Okay, then you're going to form octane. Okay, and you are going also to form propene. Okay, because this is 3 carbon atoms, so it's going to be like this. So then these are 6 hydrogen atoms, so we put a double bond there. Okay, so that's H. Let me just verify here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So going to, there's supposed to be 6 actually, so this guy is going to be octane, not this guy is going to be propane and not propene. C like that, then you do that. Okay, so this is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so since we have 6 there, I want to draw a structure where we are having 6 carbon atoms. So we have 1 2 3, right? So if you put a double bond here, we're going to have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, so H. So this guy is propene, like he earlier alluded. So what are the conditions? The conditions are aluminium oxide as a catalyst, temperature 600 degrees Celsius. Now, importance of cracking. It is used in the production of raw materials for petrol, chemicals like ethene and hydrogen. It is used also in the production of petrol. So it is used in the production of raw materials for petrol, chemicals like ethene, or you can just say to produce ethene and hydrogen gas. Then you can also say used in the production of what? Petrol. So that's about that. So next time we'll start looking at what we call as fuels. Okay, so next time when we meet, we'll look at fuels. But let's have a look of this exercise here. So you can even pause the video so that you can be able to answer this question. One of the hydrocarbons from the crude oil is andecane, this guy. Under suitable conditions, okay, andecane undergoes the reaction below, where it is going to break to form these hydrocarbons. Now, what term is used to describe this type of reaction in a petrochemical industry? So this is called the cracking. This is called the cracking. Then state 2 conditions necessary for this reaction to take place. So we said that catalyst is aluminium oxide. Then temperature is 600 degrees Celsius. So we end here. where now the next thing we're going to talk about fuels. So a fuel is a substance which burns in air to produce useful energy. That's where we'll start from there. So otherwise we end here.